CSC must assign.
The head of Canada's correctional system made it clear her job is not to hand out vengeance, no matter how notorious the offender.
In Canada, our correctional system is fundamentally based on the rehabilitation of offenders, even if some remain incarcerated for the rest of their lives.
She released the results of a review of the quiet transfer that set off a firestorm, that of serial killer and rapist Paul Bernardo in May.
The review committee concluded that the decisions to reclassify this inmate to medium security and transfer him to Lamakaza Institution were sound and followed all applicable laws and policies.
That review committee also learned why Bernardo qualified for a transfer after nearly 30 years in maximum security.
The big difference was when he finally demonstrated he could live on a range with other inmates, not get into trouble, not be the object of trouble, they felt that then the factors aligned for medium.
But the families of victims Kristen French and Leslie Mahaffey don't accept that. Their lawyer said, "We believe that Paul Bernardo should be in a maximum security prison," and has also spoken out about how shocked they were to only learn about the transfer the morning it happened.
The review committee concluded that CSC could have had more proactive and meaningful discussions with victims.
We cause needless harm to survivors when they find out that something's happened after the fact, and particularly if they weren't able to provide important input.
The commissioner agreed to a recommendation aimed at addressing that and said she wants to make it clear Bernardo is still designated as a dangerous offender who cannot qualify for a minimum security prison.
Despite the fact that he is at a medium security institution, does not negate the fact that he is a psychopath and that he committed horrific and unspeakable crimes.
Actually, the Privacy Commissioner allowed more personal information to be revealed about Bernardo's case than we have heard in the past. What did we learn?
Well, Ian, we learned that when Bernardo was first incarcerated at the Kingston Penitentiary, his safety was at risk and he required a lot of supervision back then. Now, when that prison closed and he moved to nearby Millhaven, a long-term approach started to slowly integrate him with a couple other offenders and then over time, a larger group. Last year, Bernardo applied to move to a medium security prison in Ontario, and that was rejected. Then he asked to go to one in Quebec, and the commissioner said that by that time they felt he could be managed by this other prison. But victims' families still want this decision overturned.
Ashley Burke in Ottawa tonight. Thanks.